Hello, my guys. How do you feel? I hope you're just great. Today, as you can see, we are going to finish, which is the Unit 2. And we're going to be talking about something that is I can't explain it. That's the thing. That's the name of the lesson. I can't explain it. So, the mystery of Banksy, okay? Here we have a reading that it help you out to develop your reading skills, and you're going to be reading these articles and giving your comments. I need that you please read it and give me the comments of this down below the comments of this video. All right, so everybody please do it. This is something that I would just want to check if you how good is your reading skills. All right, so let's start up with the lesson 2. So, as you know, in the other part, we were taking a look to the vocabulary, the last video, also the grammar of the lesson A. If you had problem with that part, remember, guys, that you just can text me out, and I will be there to help you. All right, so we're gonna be skipping. So here we have 3 different readings that are like kind of mystery. All right. For example, in the 2010, 2011, 2013. So there are 3 different parts here. I need please that you read it out and let me know. And we have the grammar of this part of the lesson B. Today we're going to be talking about modals with multiple uses. All right, you know, maybe the modal verbs. We've been using it since basic 1, I think it was. So we're going to start off with this part, but I want to switch to the other part on this page. Okay, so here we have modal with multiple uses. Degrees of certainty range from very certain to uncertain. If you don't know what is certain, stop the video, go to your dictionary, and investigate what is exactly that. Certain. Okay, so let's just start from the top. Very certain. So to show that you think something was probable in the past, we have to use must have, or in the negative, must not have, can't have, or couldn't have. Okay, here we got an example that says Jake had a stomachache last night after dinner, so he must have eaten too much. So this is something that they are just, as they say, very certain. So that person is totally sure that the problem of the stomachache that Jake has is because he must have eaten too much. Sophia was at a movie with me last night, so you couldn't have seen her at the mall. So here, you know what is the usage of must or could, okay? So which is the past of can. All right, but as we are talking here in the past, like they say, right? This is a great example, the one that they gave with Sophia. It is, for example, that if I am, let's say, if last night I was with one person, with one of you, let's say that I was with Etarli, for example, okay? And we were maybe talking, or he was here in my house, and you tell me that you saw Etarli, that he was in Puerto Rico, and I say, what? No. But I was with Etarli last night, all right? So you couldn't have seen him, in this case, in Puerto Rico. How is that possible? Okay, so that is that I am totally sure that what you are telling me is not true because he was with me. All right, so that is an example that you can use in the situations where you can use it. All right, when you are totally sure, you can use those modal verbs: must have, couldn't have, all right, can't have. The other one is when you are uncertain, when you are not sure, about it. So to show that you think something was possible in the past, okay, we have to use could have, may have, might have, may not have, or might not have. So positive in affirmative or in the negative. An example of this is John who is usually here by now. So look what they say, usually. So it's not always. John who is usually here by now. So he could or may or might have missed the bus this morning. Okay, so they are just giving you like that he could or he may or might be. All right, that person in this case is not sure. Tanya was supposed to meet me before school. She may or might not have gotten the message. So you are just saying something that is a probability, all right, a possibility of something that could happen, all right. So for these cases, you can, it doesn't matter either of them that you use it, all right. So they are totally correct, okay, when you are uncertain. So the other one is to give opinions or advice. There are a greater number of models available for talking about the present or future than there are for the past. All right, so an example of this, for those models for present or future, we have to use must or must not, have to or have got to, all right, had better or better not, or should not or shouldn't. All right, so an example of this would be parents have got to monitor the shows their children watch. All right, so the parents have got to monitor the shows their children watch. This is an example with have got. The kids had better not spend too much time indoors playing computer games. All right, so these are some models where you can use them. In this case, there is not something certain here, okay? We are not talking about that certainty. We are just saying using them for in two different tenses, present or future, okay? And I think that that is true, what this sentence says. The kids have not better or had better not spend too much time. That's not good for you, for your kids, right? And also for you, if you are one of those persons that are all the time in the bedroom playing computer games, don't do it. For the past, we have to use should or should not, okay? Should not have, sorry. For example, I should have listened to the advice my parents gave me about having a healthy lifestyle. Now, if that means, so this one, the usage of should have, it's like a regret. You know what is a regret? When when you start saying, oh my God, oh, I should have studied English or learn English. Now I am in bad situations because I don't speak English, right? So it's like regretting about something that you didn't do. So in the first example that they say, what happened in this case happened with this boy was that he said that he should have listened his parents' advice about having a healthy life, so, because that means that he's very, very fat. The other one is we should not have ignored the scientists' warnings about global warming. So that means that we ignore it already, and we are, as you can see, expecting or having all of these situations that are passing, that we're passing through right now. The viruses, the in this case, as you see here in Dominican Republic, before we were used to have a different temperature. Now the temperature all the time is going higher and higher, which is something not good at all. And well, so there you have it. What are the models that we use for present or future, and for the past? For the past, we only use, like they say, should or should not have. Okay, when you're talking about these cases, all right? So for the other one, you can use, as you see, all of those. Remember, there are some exercises, guys, also that you can complete that are here in the book, in this part of the book. Okay, so use models to write reactions to these situations, then compare with your answer. So here you have an example so of what you can do with this. All right, like you and your friend plan to meet, but your friends never arrived. So you have to write a reaction of this, or what is this? So let's say, as they put it here, he might have been busy at work, but he should have called to tell me. So this is the reaction of this person. So you have to create a reaction with these other ones. All right. I'm going to give you one. Let me see if I can type it just here. 1 second. All right, got it. All right. So this is the situation. I was supposed to call my students. All right, instead of I, let's put the teacher. The teacher was supposed to call his students yesterday, but he didn't do it. All right, so here we got it. This is the situation. The teacher was supposed to call his students yesterday, but he didn't do it. All right, so this is the situation. What do you have to do with this? In the comments below also, you are going to type using, which is the grammar that I was explaining you right now. Okay, using these different things, okay, to give your opinions or reaction. What do you think it would happen? Or that it happened, that the teacher was not able to call him, all right, or to call you? Please, on the comments, don't forget it. All right, so here we have part of some discussions. These are some headlines that we have here from different all right, informations. How would you explain that? Okay, the mystery sound irritates village, the color honey puzzles farmer, river runs red. So the river, sorry, oh my goodness, the rivers run red. Wow, this would be differently, right? I think that when the rivers runs red is because of bacteria that they get. All right, so the vocabulary that I explained to you yesterday in the other video here with assume, be certain, etc. So you are going to be putting this certain is a match, so you have to put them certain or not certain. Assume, be certain, be positive, bet, figure, have a hunch, suppose, suspect, know for a fact, guess, or doubt. All right, so put it. If you want, you can do this part in your notebook and do this match. Okay. Here we have some birds of belief to discuss these questions, right? Like, why do giraffes have long neck? Have you ever think about it? Why they have that long neck? Or why do buildings not have a 13th floor? Or is there life on other planets? What do you think about it? Okay, this is something that I think we are going to be discussing in a speaking call, right? Those ones that I used to do with you. The same as this part here, the speaking. The listening, remember that I already attached over here. Look, here you have the audios where you're able to complete those listenings exercises over here. All right. And there is also here, guys, a reading. Here, remember, try to practice. What, like I told you, this book is most focusing the reading, the listening, and speaking, all right, than the grammar, because the grammar that they have is kind of repeated, all right? It's just stated in a different context that maybe you have seen before. So please try to focus in your pronunciation. Don't forget to use the applications, for example, Google Pronunciation, that help you a lot about, in this case, the reading and their pronunciation skills. All right, so the topic of this is amnesia spoils newlywed bliss. This is very interesting. I read it, I remember. So try please to read it out and enjoy this part of the reading. All right, so for the next week, we are going to be starting with the Unit 3 and also doing a short review about that you are supposed to send me or to type in the group what are the topics or grammar where you have more problem understanding that maybe you don't understand. Okay, please don't forget to do that. Try to do it today if it's possible, so I can have more time to give you the review. All right, so here this is the name, exploring new cities. I love to go in different cities like that. Here in the Dominican Republic, I want to visit all of the cities of this country. It is something good. Here we have Barcelona, Beijing, all right, Seoul, and Sydney. So this is going to be very interesting, this part. All right. So well, guys, if there is any questions that you might have, please don't forget to tell me, all right? So I will be able to help you out. I'm 24/7 available online for you, okay? So please take advantage of that. All right, so that was everything, guys, for today. All right, if you didn't understand pretty well the grammar that I was explaining, remember, you can just repeat this video, or you can take a look to the video that I attach on the material, right? Or you have already that your daddy YouTube, we could say, right? Your second daddy, because we have Papa Google, and now also is Papa YouTube. Go ahead and just type out the topic of this grammar and take a look at it. All right, so nice to see you guys. Bless you and see you the next time.